Hey, this is Dominique Elise here in Washington, D.C. If you haven't already, follow me on Instagram, Boss Lady Neek, N-E-A-K. And I just wanted to share with you guys some information that I've learned in my few years in the industry. I've learned a lot. Graduating with my MBA from Florida A&M University, I've learned so much about networking and working with different type of people. One thing that I did not learn, though, was financial education. And I can tell you that when it comes to money, we have most clueless people when it comes to money. I speak to people all the time, okay, about where they want to be in life. And I honestly believe that there's a lack of knowledge when it comes to money, how money works, how taxes work, how debt works. When I work at the bank, right? PNC Bank. I'm a manager of a bank. And there was a client who was spending $1,100 a month on her mortgage, and she bought it for $190,000. At the end of that mortgage for 30 years, how much money do you think she's actually spending for that home? Now, a lot of people say real estate is an investment, right? It's going to give you equity. But check this. In 30 years, how much did the cost of living go up? Think about how much gas cost 30 years. How much did bread cost 30 years? How much did Medicare cost, or medical cost? Student, tuition. I mean, everything has quadrupled. Is that a word? Don't mind me. But everything has gone up so much that the house may have went up, but it went up with the cost of inflation. So, is it an investment? Yes. But it's also a liability because it costs you money and you're paying for the equity. Because by the end of 30 years, you spend $1,100 a month. Multiply that. You're spending $500 and some odd dollars for a $190,000 house. So you might have equity, but you bought it. So don't think that equity comes for free, honey. You pay for that in interest. So one thing a lot of people need to learn is debt is a big reason why a lot of people never hit financial education. I can tell you myself, coming out of school with a rack of student loans, I didn't know any better. However, I got to pay for it. Now, let's say I came out of school without a good job. Now, I don't even have enough money to pay for the education. Whereas somebody else who did not go to school, they don't have student loans, they were in a job while I was in school. Guess what? They might do better than me financially, because that little $20,000 extra that you made because you were in school, they are spending that money on debt. So guess what? You're really equivalent. And at the end of the day, if you got a $50,000 loan, how much you think you're going to pay by the end of that loan? Probably $200,000 or $100,000. Either way, it's a lot of money. And a lot of students defer it. Why? Because they're not making enough. They got to pay the bills. They got to, so at the end of the day, most people are stretched financially. 1, because of taxes. 2, because of debt. And 3, because we got to turn up every weekend. We got to have the hottest clothes. We got to, look nice. And there's nothing wrong with that. However, that is what's keeping most people broke. Most people are living check to check. And most people are a paycheck away from bankruptcy. And they say that the average home, if they had an extra $500, they would not have lost their home, lost their car, probably wouldn't have got divorced, or, went into bankruptcy. So really think about that. And, I remember a video from TD Jakes. He said, you want to have multiple streams of income because you don't want to have to prostitute yourself for the highest bidder. And what he means is that sometimes your job cannot fund your vision. And if your job is something you're passionate about, but it's not paying you the right money, then get the income from somewhere else so you can be happy on your job. And you don't have to go get a higher paying job just because you're running for the money. So that's my speech for today. I'm going to be posting a lot more videos Go to my website if you want to find more about my opportunity. And if you also like more information about some of the things I'm going to be teaching as far as, taxes, debt, investing, as well as learning how you can travel the world and actually save a rack of money. So go to my website, timetocreatewealth.net, or you can send me an email, retireyoungandwealthy2@gmail.com. All right. Thank you guys for your time. You have a wonderful day, and I'll see you on the other side. Bye-bye.